Hello and welcome to 2016 in my still very much Christmassy looking grotto in the clinic. I hope you had a fantastic break and I hope that you are deciding to make 2016 the best year ever. So my question is, how are you going to do that? Have you made a plan? Have you written it down? These simple processes make it much easier. Now, as far as I'm concerned, my goal is to make sure that you are as healthy as you possibly can be by providing you with the information that you need to make the right choices. Because the sad fact of the matter is that 90% of the illnesses that actually kill people are almost entirely preventable because they're down to the choices that people make. They're down to environmental causes, things that can actually be avoided, things that can be ameliorated in such ways that they don't cause the same negative impact. So that's most cancers are environmental. Nearly all heart disease is self-inflicted. Obesity, diabetes, the list goes on. There are very few things that are just down to actual bad luck. And this is what the World Health Organization says, this is what science says. More and more and more. It's down to what we do as individuals. The problem is, there are no drugs that cure how we make our decisions. It's all down to education in the first place, so we make better decisions. Now, most cancers, most diabetes, most heart disease, most dementia, most Alzheimer's are caused by just 4 things. Okay? First of all, toxicity. Now, I don't care if you don't drink and you don't smoke. If you're getting this email or watching this video, then you have been exposed to toxins. Not from the video, but it just means that you must be in England or you must be in Europe or America. And there are lots of toxins all around the world. Unless you're in one of the most pristine environments in the world, way away from any car fumes or industry fumes, then you're going to be toxic. In fact, there are probably about 700 different toxins in you. And they're building up every time you drink from the water tap, every time you drink from plastic, every time you cook with something from aluminium, every time you are eating a piece of food that's been covered in pesticides. You're going to be building up these toxins inside of you. Now, some of them are a lot worse than others. And the fact is that they're actually, even though there's 700 toxins that we know that are inside us that can cause anything from cancers to heart disease and inflammation and pain, there are 80,000 different chemicals that we have no idea what they're doing to us. And the only way to really help this is if you decide that you're going to do something active to detoxify yourself. Every 6 months at least this should be done. So I'm doing this again next week, and I know a lot of you have already started and you did a detox even before Christmas. So getting rid of toxins, that's number 1. Number 2, malnourishment. We are so full of calories in the West, but we are nutrient deficient. There are so many reasons for this, and I'm going to go into more detail in another video. But we're all pretty much malnourished in some way, unless you're eating fresh fruits and vegetables in the quantity of about 15 to 20 portions a day. And that's if you're sedentary. And if you exercise, then you need more than 15 to 20 portions of fresh fruits and vegetables every day. So it means you need to be taking some form of supplementation. If you're not, you're going to be malnourished and you have to expect illness. Third thing, stress. Stress comes in many forms. Stress comes in all the mental anxieties that are put upon us. It comes from physical stress put upon us. It comes from the stress of old injuries put upon us. It comes from the chemical toxic stress upon us. So I've already talking about getting rid of the toxic stress, the malnourishment stresses, but there are so many different stresses that build up us even subconsciously. So you need to do something to take care of those. And the 4th biggest thing is simply lack of movement or laziness, which is more often due to the habits that we now get into, that we don't actually have to exercise 6 to 8 hours a day in order to get the food we need, so we tend to sit down a lot. And just having an active job, walking around, yes, it's something, but it's not enough. You need to actively do things, to exercise muscles and work things that would never work before. For instance, at the age of 5, we go to school and we get told to sit still and we sit down on chairs. That means that nearly no one has a spine that properly develops and back muscles that properly develop, because no one goes through rehab at the age of 5 for back muscles that don't properly develop. This is why I get my kids exercising and doing spinal routines, because I know it's important for their future health. This is one of the reasons why so many people have back problems. But also, movement turns off stress. But if you have lots of stiffnesses and malpositions in your spine, then when you do move, you don't move properly, so you don't turn off stress as well as you can. So we here in Body and Balance have 4 major things to actually help with these 4 major problems. Yes, we have detox programs. Yes, we recommend supplementation. We have a form of de-stress called MindFit, which works on relaxing you from the brain down. When you actually just come into the clinic, we now start playing alpha music, which again helps induce the brain waves that induce calmness and relaxation. We feed you healthy drinks, like this delicious mocha. They also decrease stress and also help rid your body of toxins at the same time. So if you make an appointment with us, come in 15 minutes early so you've got a chance to listen to the music, calm down, have one of these drinks so you're already relaxing before you come in and see us, before you actually get in the real therapy starts. Then when you get in, then we're going to move you. We're going to make sure your spine is moving properly. And so pretty much we've taken care of everything. Every single visit we're taking care of these 4 areas, if you decide to come in early or stick around a little bit afterwards. Now, if you want more details about detoxification, supplementation, what kind of stress you're under, then email me back, ask me more questions, and look out for more informative videos as we go along. I will be making a much longer report of findings video, because I know people are always asking me, well, what's wrong? Why aren't I getting better? It's because of those 4 things, basically. So I'm going to go into more details for you as the year goes on. So decide right now to make 2016 the best year ever, and we will look after your health for you. Be well.